It's my pleasure to speak with Alix Edwards now. Alix, we met yesterday at the Poetry and Wellbeing session with Claire Williamson, and this festival is a fantastic way to meet so many different people that you wouldn't normally meet. Alix is a current Lit Wales cohort of Representing Wales Writer Development. So Alix, would you like to tell us something about that? What you've been getting up to?
Okay, so on this year's Literature Wales programme, there are lots of events, panels, a bit like the panel events they've had here. There's mentoring, and I'm very fortunate to be mentored by the wonderful Seren Edwards, because I just love her poetry.
Yes.
And
that's amazing.
there are also a couple of weekends in Tynewydd, which is just like this writing paradise in the middle of nowhere, where you can just focus on your work with a zillion books and excellent tutors.
Oh, fantastic.
So, yeah.
And that's lovely. And is that kind of coinciding with other work that you do?
Yes, it is. So I also write fiction and stories, so I'm working on that too. And also one of the main things I do is facilitate, because it's really important to me that people can be in touch with their creative selves, because that's something that can really get lost in life, and you can just kind of lose hope and lose inspiration. So I'm kind of on a mission to get people in touch with their artist child and be really creative and know how to have fun and know how to see the beauty in life again, because once you're creating things, you actually do. You can have really small moments of pleasure.
Absolutely.
So I do quite a lot of work with women and people who've experienced trauma. And so I do that in terms of creative writing and art as well, because I'm an artist as well.
Oh,
so,
brilliant.
So that's what I do.
This festival then must have been
it was
incredibly
quite funny to actually
you.
come, and it was fun to actually be on the receiving end instead of having to teach it. So that's really interesting, seeing how other people teach.
Yes, Is there any kind of standout moments? Or?
Yeah, I thought the mindfulness was really great, because I've done mindfulness many, many years ago, but I want to see how that would merge with writing, so it's very interesting to go through the experience of doing a mindful meditation and then writing. So that was really wonderful.
Yeah, I must say the panels here have been
The panels have been
amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
They really
kind of
have.
Heart-wrenching. So there was one just now on grief, and that was very interesting and very common sense actually, about how you merge emotion and poetry. So it's been really great, and I like some of the things about belonging. There was one with Eric and Gally, and that was that was really good, hearing the different work and those feelings about how you don't belong anywhere. This put me in touch with my mum for some reason. I think just one now on grief, because she died a few years ago. But when you leave your country, it's like you don't belong to your old country anymore, and you don't belong to the new country because you weren't born there, and you're sort of in this hinterland kind of thing.
That's right.
So that's really interesting. There was quite a lot of that, even though it was about well-being. There was lots of stuff about belonging in this particular poetry festival. So it's very interesting.
I think what I found is that all the different elements of the well-being facet, they all interlink and ultimately end up at where do we belong, what is home, what can we do to
and I guess for something like that, grief, because although well-being is kind of defining yourself, do you feel good, are you calm, are you relaxed, it's actually not. It's defining by how you feel inside, and lots of how you feel inside is based on your relationships, so that's actually based on people. So that's the irony of it, really.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for having a chat with us today. Really enjoyed it.
Lovely
and
speaking with you.
With the rest of your Lit Wales representation and everything else that you are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.